My daughter came to visit me today. She found me looking at a photo of myself from 40 years ago. Why is it that some of the younger generation think we didn't have a life before they came along? Anyway, she asked me why I was looking at it. I said I had been thinking about Donald Campbell, to which my daughter replied, it was so sad how he had met his end on Coniston Water. I agreed that it was sad, but said he understood the risks, and perhaps was driven to take them because he wanted to surpass the achievements of his father. My daughter was a little surprised I could be so matter-of-fact about it. I told her that I had met his father, Malcolm Campbell, during the summer of 1925 in Skegness. That was the year I won a speed trial race in my class, driving one of my beloved Bugattis. She kindly asked me to tell her more, even though I've related most of this before, and I gladly slipped back into reverie. You know, during the Great War, I used to take convalescing soldiers out for a spin to cheer them up. And there was that time I took my father's car for a lap around Brooklands when I was about 12. But sorry, I'm digressing. You were asking about Skegness. We raced on a circuit marked out on the beach, which went all the way down to Gibraltar Point. I remember the name because in a race a few years previously, a car supposedly got stuck down there. By the time they got there to try and retrieve it, the tide had come in, and now it's buried down there. So the story goes, anyway. Some races were run over 1 lap, and others 4 or 5. The Bugatti was nippy on the corners, and we'd often have a few cars reaching the corner 4 or 5 abreast. It was all so exciting. I wasn't the only female driver either. There was another lady who went by the unusual name of Cecil Christie. She was from South Africa, and she won a race in Skegness in her Vauxhall. I really thought back then, and I still do now, that a time will come when there will be a large number of women motor racers in this country. There's no reason that they can't compete as well as men, and indeed hold their own. One factor in that is intuition. Intuition plays a superlatively important part in good driving, and it's pretty much acknowledged that women possess it in a far more highly developed degree than do most men. Though, of course, most men wouldn't agree. I'd won races before that as well, but I didn't continue for too much longer. The following year I entered the Grand Prix de Bouillon in France, which was also on sand, and I was in the lead for the first 3 laps. But I rolled my car into a ditch and failed to finish. I got married not long after that, and so I decided not to ride my luck anymore. Life involves a measured amount of risk, and I never felt more alive than when driving a car at speed. In the Bugatti Queen, Ivy Cummings was performed by Barbara Ashworth, and it was written and produced by Benjamin Peel.